Fraggle Rock is the best show of all time. For those of you who may not know, Fraggle Rock was a show created by Jim Henson in the 80s, and while kids could watch it, it wasn't necessarily for kids. I mean, it was considered children's programming, and it was made with Muppets. But Jim Henson specifically didn't hire children's writers to write the episodes because he wanted the show to be targeted towards people of all ages. And even as a young adult, it still teaches me lessons about myself and the world around me. One of my favorite things about the show is the fact that it was meant to end war. I'm serious, I did a whole 7-minute presentation on this my senior year of high school. Jim Henson's vision for this show was to bring world peace by teaching empathy, cooperation, and understanding between different cultures. Fraggle Rock was created during the Cold War and was the first American television show to ever be aired in the Soviet Union. Some people even joke that Fraggle Rock helped bring down the Berlin Wall, and who am I to say whether that's true or not? And of course, this show was created by some of the greatest creative minds of the last century. When I say this, I'm referring to everyone who worked on the show, of course, but the first people that come to mind are the original core Muppets cast, including Dave Goelz, Steve Whitmire, Jerry Nelson, Frank Oz, and of course, the legendary Jim Henson. I absolutely love them all. I have done so much research on all of them, but I want to talk about Jim Henson a little bit. Jim Henson had a passion like no other, and he was one of the most creative spirits to ever live. And along with this, he instilled a deeper meaning into everything he created, and that definitely shines through in Fraggle Rock. This show is a perfect blend of entertainment and morality, and the whimsical yet deep show will forever be one of my favorites for that reason. And the music in the show, the songs, absolutely full of life and wonder. I genuinely listen to Fraggle Rock songs more than anything else, except maybe one other artist. This show only had 96 episodes, and yet there are just over 200 songs, and they are all bangers. And what's even crazier is that they were all written by only 2 guys, Philip Balsam and Dennis Lee. If you've never seen the show and never heard any of the music, please just go listen to a few of the songs. I have to recommend the theme song, the song Follow Me, and the song Ragtime Queen, which are some of my favorites. Just go check them out, you won't regret it. And then we get to the main characters, also known as the Fraggle Five. We have Gobo, Moki, Wimbley, Boober, and Red. All of these characters have different strengths and weaknesses that play off of each other so well, and they're so sweet together. Starting with Gobo, he's like our main character, our protagonist if you will. His Uncle Matt, also known as Uncle Traveling Matt, has gone out into the world to explore, but he says he will send Gobo postcards back to the rock. However, retrieving these postcards are scary because he has to enter a house with a dog that tries to get them. Kinda scary stuff. And along with this, Gobo also explores the rock as he wants to be an adventurer just like his uncle. The rest of the Fraggle Five are his close friends who often help him with this. Moki is very creative, she likes painting and creating things and taking care of her plant. Wimbley loves his friends, he's very emotional, he can never make up his mind about anything, and he is my favorite. Boober's the one that everyone thinks is kind of boring, but he just likes his routines and doing laundry and cooking and making sure everything is in order. And then we get to Red, the very energetic one who likes to swim and play sports and can be very headstrong, but learns that her friends are there to help her and slowly learns to be more comfortable with letting them help. And then I want to talk about one extra special character, Cantus. He honestly isn't super important as he only shows up in like 5 episodes, but he's important to me. He speaks to me in ways that often doesn't make sense to anyone else. Every time I hear one of his quotes, it's like it was meant for me. It was exactly what I needed to hear in that exact moment. For example, one of his quotes that sticks with me the most is, "Here's where we now are best." I often get very nervous about my future. I really have no idea what I'm doing, even though I try to act like I do. I constantly question whether I'm doing the right things, and was feeling particularly low about it when I first heard this quote in the show. But this quote reminds me that this is where I'm supposed to be. Here's where we now are best means that this is where I'm supposed to be and everything will work out in the end. Another quote of his is, "We do the things we have to do when we have to do them. Not sooner, not later." Which to me means something similar to the last one. What I'm doing right now is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. If there are other things I'm supposed to do later, they will be done later. And I can't worry about if I need to do them now because it's not time yet. Oh, also, just so we're all aware, this character is played by Jim Henson. And sometimes I like to think that these quotes are the spirit of Jim Henson speaking to me, but that's neither here nor there. I'm aware that this video makes me sound slightly insane, and I embrace that, but I could also talk about the show for literally hours, so if you want another video on it in the future, please let me know. I just have so much to say because it really does speak to me. But that's all I have for now, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.